Oh, she gets to do the honors. Okay. I mean, that makes a bit of sense if it's going to be Chloe. If it's going to be Chloe. Two lights. Oh. Oh, see, probably C. I wonder if the other one could be. It is smaller. It is, like, distinctly smaller. And she does sort of need that for her crafts and stuff, right? Yeah. Scream. What just happened? Julia? Did you not leave for a training exercise on board the Arsail? I'm so relieved to see you're safe, Your Highness. I see He's with you too. Scream. He is, but I'm not quite sure what's going on. What? Long time no see. Hi, Chloe. I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. What are you all doing here? What am I doing here? Oh. It's good to see you again, Chloe. And see you too, of course. You two look well. Thank you. I'm not sure what to say. I feel like I should be waking up any moment now, but I'm not sure I even want to. Well, this is a tension. Romantic tension I don't think I've seen between them in, like, ever. At least in, like, an open conversation. Scree! Okay. Maybe they just haven't seen each other in that long. I see. We found ourselves in quite the predicament, haven't we? I'm relieved to hear that the empty Grand Cell we found wasn't the real city, at least, but still. Unfortunately, that doesn't necessarily rule out the real capital being in danger. We're dealing with something that has such a great power, it can create a flawless replica of a vast city. There's no telling how far its influence could extend. Surely there's no need to worry or so. We should probably let everyone know exactly what the predicament is, what we don't know and stuff. There's no reason to hold back at this point. If we can't handle that at this point, we're gonna be fucked. We have nothing to gain by shying away from the truth. If anything, just helping me better understand the gravity of the situation we're in. I'd like to help with the investigation if I can. I'm not sure if I could do more than what you've already done, but I won't drag you down. Scream. But, Your Highness... I'm sorry, Julia. I'm afraid nothing you can say will change my mind. I may not fully understand the situation we're in, but I do know that it threatens the safety of our capital. Perhaps the whole nation. I'd be a disgrace as the crown princess if I were to just stand by and do nothing while the people I will one day rule over are threatened. Wow, you're amazing, Chloe. As you wish, Your Highness. Well, welcome to the team. Great, I'll do what I can. So, is our next destination the teleportation circle at the end of the sealed area? Yeah, that should let us travel to the next area. Or, by the sounds of it, the next plane. Yeah. That appears to be the technical name for the various areas that make up the land we're in. It's a concept used in the Septian Church, too. Our world is made up of a number of planes, or realms, situated on top of one another. At the top of it is the sky where the goddess dwells. Below is the earth where we live. At the bottom lies Gehenna, where sinners are judged. Really interesting. Those are the main three, but in between them there are countless other planes or realms, too. So in other words, the farther down we descend, the less the blessing of the goddess will be able to reach us. Because those always help so fucking much in any situation. Hey, can you not say stuff like that? With all the creepy monsters roaming around, it's freaky enough around here as is. You sound like a child who's afraid to walk around the house when the lights are off. Although I suppose that does make sense, given that you truly are a child. Oh, I am so not a child. Anyway, it is, if that fake Grand Cell was the second plane, the next one's the third, right? I mean, it sounds obvious, but I'm not sure it's all going in one clear direction, or if we might run into a fork at some point. I think straightforward is safe enough assumption to make for now. And while we may not know what the Lord Phantasma wants with us, we know it's nothing good. So, even if it's not like that doesn't change how ugly this could get. So, let's get ready for just about anything. Who knows what's waiting for us up ahead? Something wrong, Reese? If you think you might have figured something out, the rest of the class would love to hear about it. No, it's nothing important. You're right, so we should get ready, we should start getting ready to leave. Maybe with our investigations, might be worth to investigate some more of the doors we've encountered thus far, too. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those things, but there sure are a ton of them. At the very least, they don't seem to have been placed by any of our foes. I'm not sure there's many of them I could go back and even do at this point. Maybe the battle one. I'm all in favor of investigating them, too. Well, then... Sort of just asking me to change it out, aren't we? And yes, people have told me that Tita is a lot better in this one, but I also still don't. Yeah. I mean, I can see a use for her, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, she's better, but does that make her, like, strategically what if I get to pick 2 people at the moment. I don't know if we're going to be able to pick all 4 at some point, but... Apparently she gets a craft later in the game that makes her much better, too. It's more just like how I want to play, rather than... And I never have been able to really fit her into how I want to strategically go about stuff very well. She's always been sort of like awkwardly like, she can sort of do these things, but I'd rather use someone else for what they can do, that sort of thing, you know? Okay, CP time. Man, you are all here this time, eh? It's clear that the Lord of Phantasma is not a foe to be underestimated. Fortunately, we just don't have enough information to try and work out who they really are. We had more clues to go on. Well, I'm simply glad that Her Highness is safe and well. Still, there seems to be every chance that plenty of the others have been captured in the same way. We should hurry on and aid them. Well, I think the chances are that it has something to do with Kevin and Kevin's past. Over anything. Considering we're always traveling using warps in the cube, it's hard to be sure. But does it feel like every time we arrive at a new plane, we're moving farther and farther downward? Makes me wonder what's the bottom of Phantasma. Hell. Yeah, I know, whatever they want to call it. I'm assuming... I still think it's probably like a prison for something that we're gonna unleash and then have to kill. Maybe just me, but it's kind of sort of maybe a bad idea to lock the next queen of Liberl on one of the ceiling stones, right? The Lord of Phantasma should get the death penalty when we catch him. Ha 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 ha. She just laughs awkwardly. Let's, like, not talk about this anymore. Thank you. Bye. Am I remembering wrong? Or did Chloe have this long of a line on in the last game? Did she? I don't remember her having that long of a line. That's really good. I wonder how many of the lines they actually changed. Because I don't remember many characters having, like, one straight line. Chloe might have, but it's been a fucking while, so I don't know. Well, this should take us to the 3rd plane. Funny how this warp ended up being the exact spot the device would see the Oriole was in the real world. Device? Are you referring to the first barrier mentioned in that report? Yeah, the one designed to temporarily freeze in another dimensional space. Although, unfortunately for the guys who pulled it off, it looks like that even that wasn't enough to stop the Gospels from being able to influence it. I see. We still don't know much about what happened to the Oriole either. There seems to be many who think that the Liberl arc collapsing means the Oriole itself is no more too, which is possible, I suppose. All we really know is that, judging by how shaken Wiseman was, something unexpected happened. Beyond that, nothing. I fear Professor Wiseman may be the only one who knows the truth about exactly what happened. Although I don't have the faintest idea where he could be now or what he's doing there. What? But the report said quite clearly no one in the church is sure what happened to him either. It's still being looked into. Still, I think it's fairly safe to say that Wiseman isn't involved in what's happening right here. If he were, I'm sure he'd be openly reveling every second, reveling in every second of this. You know what kind of guy he is. That's true. He doesn't seem to have anything to gain by wearing a mask like that, I suppose. Yes, you're realizing I'm lying because you read the report, and apparently it's not a secret in the church what happened. We got way too many unanswered questions at this point. All we can do is keep looking for answers. The less we know, the more we have to be on guard, though. So we best be careful. Right, Reese? I suppose so. I guess he's just doing his job at this point. And because Wiseman almost definitely isn't involved, it's not really important to make sure everyone else is completely aware of what happened to him. So, yeah. Where are we now? Something similar to the Jade Corridor by the look of it. Kevin, over there. Golden and silver roads. Huh. Golden and silver gate, huh? Well, this is foreboding. Again? Oh, okay. Oh, the ghost we saw in Grand Cell. Visitors from afar, I'm still a very deep woman's voice. Bearers of the Grail emblem. Can you hear me? Yeah, we can. Before you stands the entrances to the twin corridors. Proceed through them, both in sync, or never shall you reach the dark depths beyond. Nito. I entrust their operation to the monument before you. Step forward into the corridors. Power the Grail with you and move onward. But beware. Once you have stepped through the doors, the trial must be completed. Ha! Oh. You don't say. Interesting. Well, that's one question answered. That voice we've been hearing all this time was hers. Although, now the question is, who is she anyway? Whoever she is, she gave us some valuable advice on how to proceed. Step forward into the corridors, the power of the Grail with you, and move onward. And I say we take her up on that advice. Moving in sync means we're gonna have to split up, though. Or more like Reese and I each have to take a door on the same with, while you guys tag along with whoever. That's how I took it too. Can we have 2 teams of 4, or do we need to have 2 teams of 2? If we don't do it the way she said, I doubt we'll be able to advance. They sure aren't making it easy for us, huh? That means we're going to split up, split us up so you guys don't go in alone. It's still not the most ideal situation where there are only 4 of us and things are so dangerous, but it's what we have to do. Why not ask the rest back in the garden to help us? That way we could form 2 groups of 4, and that should hopefully be good enough for any challenges up ahead. That voice says Kevin and I need to be the ones who step through the gates. Sure, but that's all she specified. That you and me need to be the one to go through different ones. She didn't say anything about what these guys have to do. Plus, there's no telling what's waiting for us on the other side. We can use their help. Alright, then, thank you. Not a problem. So, what should we do? Should we call everyone here right away? Even if we did, I wouldn't blame if they want some time to prep before we head out. Especially since I've got a hunch that once we go in these gates, there's no going back out. Especially since Echo actually took a lot of the quartz off people in the first place and needs to reset those guys up. Because he has a tendency to take quartz off people because there's not really a good way. I guess there is a better way since we actually have a hub world, but he's got in the habit from Sky Games to take quartz off everyone who's not in the party, so he could just set up people ideally, and then just set them back up when they get put in the party. So instead of calling them here, let's go back to them, and walk them out here once we feel up to the challenge. Okay? The third plane. The dungeon this plane requires you to form 2 parties, with Kevin and Reese as the leaders in order to advance. Each of the characters you have at this point will need to be placed in one of those parties. Furthermore, at the beginning of the dungeon, you won't be able to return to the garden until it's complete. To begin exploring, select the monument at the start of the third plane to choose Explore Third Plane. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, not yet. I assume we can get more. Okay, we're up to the level 3 quartz. Not that, you know, still expensive to do anything I wanted to. I don't have that much of it. So, Okay, I was told that some of these moon doors actually change their requirements if it's not complete by the end of it. Bring me the girl skilled in orbital engineering, accompanied by the ever-burning flame, which is probably Agate. Okay, I just wanted to check that. Figured we could check this. I don't know. Okay, I guess we're not there yet. Okay, that's fine. Also, yay! I'm pretty sure I have both of them now, yeah? Bring to me the boy with the eyes of amber and the princess with an indomitable will. Only then shall the door open. Yes. Let's do this! Okay. So this is one of the middle ones. So it should be about as long as, like, the Julia Mueller one, yeah? I shall grant to you a memory fragment of my blessing. And not make you fight before. Because apparently that was an outlier for some reason as the one that introduced us to it all. Or maybe it's a moon door thing, I don't know. Breaking news! Liberl new special issue. Flying City Falls. Liberl safe once more. Gloriously young Gracious save us all from the crisis. Oh, we're gonna get all the Liberl news through one of these. Okay, great. The mysterious structure that appeared last month over Valeria Lake disappeared as suddenly as it came, collapsing loudly in a giant mountain of rubble into the lake. Many of our readers have witnessed the moment for themselves, but it seems that it is visible not only from the barrel of the southern edge of the empire, but from Calvert as well. A small minority argue the structure may have been a new weapon belonging to the Royal Army, but this turn of events seems to have conclusively rule out the possibility. The collapse of the Bear Arc also caused a 2-arc high tsunami around the edge of the lake, but so far there have been no reports of serious injury, fatalities, or missing persons as well. So this unfortunate fisherman. Yeah, very unfortunate fisherman. The worst that seems to be reported is the number of unfortunate fishermen who are unable to escape in time, getting covered in water. Not water. According to the investigation by the road guardsman, Bracergood, it was a flying city from ancient Zemurian times. How exactly it came to be above Liberia Lake to begin with, or what caused its collapse, remains to be confirmed. But it appears to be without a doubt that the international crime syndicate known as a society, not Ouroboros, was somehow involved. While this is yet to be officially confirmed, reports suggest that an investigation in the city encountered a group of Crimson soldiers there supporting the above theory. This place is just one mystery after another, but we can't let those guys get away with any more than they already have, said a member of the team. Did they? Okay. Furthermore, as Central Factory and Royal Army are planning to continue investigating the Bear Arc, and this will and to this end, we'll be launching a mine salvage operation. Recovering from the shutdown. Around the time of the Bear Arc's collapse, the orbital shutdown phenomenon that tormented the whole country finally ceased. As a result, many now believe that the city caused the phenomenon, but no conclusive proof of this has been established, and we can only await further research on the issue. The orbital shutdown phenomenon in the time of chaos was as a result, have been sobering reminder just how dependent all of us are on orbits in our daily lives. Perhaps something similar may never happen again, but this is a good opportunity to reflect on just how much of us owe to orbits, so perhaps to try to reduce some of our reliance on them. As previously reported, her name is Princess Claudia, is now this nation Crown Princess. As a result, we will be referring to her as such in all publications moving forward. Crown Princess Claudia wasted no time after assuming her position in meeting with the Prince Oliver of the Arabonian Empire, and together they reconfirmed our two nations' relationship with one another. After the discussions, they both boarded the Art Sail together. It's widely expected that this meeting will contribute to ensuring peaceful relations with Arabonia in the future. In addition, the pair plan to both be in attendance in the upcoming banquet to be held at Grand South Castle. We will bring you all the latest on that in due time. Closing thoughts. As you all know, our homeland of Barrow has fallen victim to a vast number of calamities over the past year. There's acute the bizarre change in the detectors of the dollars coming under the top of the dragon, one of our capital being attacked. And finally, the Varrock's appearance are already being discussed in this very issue. We may not know, however, is there a group of young men and women who are involved in the resolution of all these crises. They feel like will unyielding determination leading them to their conclusions. If not for them, these crises may not be resolved or taking a turn for the worse. Let's read really quickly. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them all for all they have done. Thank you, you're the nation's greatest help. Breaking news! Breaking news! This is really about the newspaper, not about these two. What's taking you so long, Dorothy? Gotta move on, I'm gonna leave you behind. Wait for me. No time for waiting. If we take much longer, the banquet's going to start without us. We're talking about a big celebration held by the Queen here. Being late isn't an option. I'm so hungry. We're going to a fucking banquet, you stupid girl. I can't walk another step. Oh my goodness. I have a horrible feeling I know what's going on here. Skip lunch, you could eat more of the banquet, didn't you? I didn't even eat breakfast. I haven't eaten a thing since yesterday. Going 30 hours without eating makes me feel all kinds of lightheaded. Oh my... What the hell were you thinking? I can't move. Carry me. Hell no. I'll drag you. Come on, we're going. There's no way we can miss an occasion like this. It's gonna be ideas know how many famous people there. First on the agenda is snapping the phone of Her Majesty and the Crown Princess, and then... Oliver? Yeah, Oliver. That would be fun. Huh? This actually isn't so bad. Just getting dragged along the ground on this clearly textured pavement, stone walkway. I'm sort of into this. Oh, Niall, drag me across the floor, you naughty boy. At one point, this very capital is placed in grave danger. Oh, there's Oliver. But thanks to the efforts of everyone, and thanks to the efforts of everyone here and many others, all is well. This humble banquet is intended to be an occasion to celebrate that fact, as well as to honor those who contributed to making it a reality. If you would, Claudia. Of course. All those invited to today's party contributed in one way or another to protecting the peace of the Barrow by ending the peril we were faced with. Whether it was extending a helping hand to those in need, or working to fight off the threats that instilled fear in the hearts of our people. As this country's future monarch, I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you all so very much. Holding this party is nothing compared to all that you have done, but... We just made it. We're finally here. Food? Give me some food. How are you doing? Eating it right? They got pictures to take. Crown Princess Sweets might be finishing soon. Okay. Are we interrupting? Well, I do hope you all enjoy the time here all the same. I'm sure you're all very busy men and women, burdened with many great responsibilities and concerns. But today I would ask you all to cast those aside in order to rest, relax, and enjoy yourselves. The food on offer here is some of the finest in the Barrow, so by all means partake till you can do so no more. And may the goddess bless this nation. He made a better speech, sort of. He finished it off pretty well. Oh my goodness, we actually have Estelle in this game. Chloe really is something, huh? I'm sure I could dress up, I'm not sure I could dress up super nice, get in front of a crowd like this, and make a big speech just the way she did. Yeah, she is. She said she wasn't feeling confident about how she'd do as Crown Princess before. But from where I'm standing, she's doing just fine. Seeing her making me kind of jealous, though. I wish I could pull off fancy dresses the way she does. Oh, you would still get a fucking room. You got something to say, mister? You could at least, like... you could... Oh, I think she wanted you to say something, Joshua. Oh, it's nothing. You're just not all that girly most of the time, so... It always takes me by surprise when you suddenly are. What do you mean I'm not girly? Sure, lately we've been so busy helping get the Barrow back in shape that I haven't even had time to go back home. But that doesn't mean I don't want to wear a pretty dress or something once in a while, you know. I know. It's so really surprising just how much you've grown, even in these past few weeks. I have? It's pretty tough running up and down the country so much, but you've kept up with ease. And your judgments as a racer are getting more spot on with every decision you make. Fancy dress or not, I think you're a pretty wonderful person still. I don't know why, but it's weird hearing you pile on the compliments so much. Well, what can I say? I'm glad that things seem to have finally calmed down a bit on the work front these past few days. The capital might not be entirely the way it was, but it's getting there. I think we can finally afford to take a breather. Yeah. Oh, look. Annalise. The chefs in the castle, look at all that food. The chefs in the castle supposedly made the entire spread too. There's no way I'm missing out on this. I didn't get to enjoy the food back during the birthday festivities, so now's my time to pick out big time. Hey Estelle, you think you're gonna fit in that fancy dress you want to wear if you're gonna pick out? I'm gonna eat until I barf. Oh my goodness. Stay right there, Joshua. I'm gonna go scope out the goods. So very girly and feminine. She might have grown in some areas, but she's still got a ways to go in others. Hey, look, how you doing, Joshua? Stell's not here with you. She just went to get food a second ago. Actually, she was like literally a second ago. How did you not say? Whatever. Are you two here for more work than fun? Bingo. There aren't many occasions where this many famous faces are gathered in one place. There's no way we could pass up the chance to come and score some interviews. Don't think you're getting out of here without answering some questions either. We'll get to you two later. So, no going home until you've spoken to us, alright? Alright. Great, next up is the Crown Princess. Up to it, Dorothy. I can't go on. I need something to eat. Let me have something to eat. Not until we're done. Questions asked, what does it say? Oh my goodness. Why are you so mean? Well then, that's fun. He's even more fired up today than usual. I wonder how So's doing. Ah, perfect. Where do you think you're going to put your staff? Yeah, I told you where I'm going to put my staff. I'm going to put my staff right up. So much for scoping out the food. I suppose this is as good a chance as any. I owe a lot to the people here on personal level too. Maybe I should go around and thank them while I have the chance. We get to walk around as Joshua. Without any of that stuff. Hey, Agate, Zeta. So, when are you coming? Hold on, I haven't seen Agate in this one. Yeah. Oh, but Joshua. Hey man, I'm making the rounds. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Anything interesting going on with you two? Sort of. Agate said he was going to come over for dinner in Zeiss a while back, so I was just asking when he's free. Oh, yeah, that's right, he said we did. Apparently monthly. So, when we were getting off the Arceo, right? I didn't really mean it, though. It's just one of those things you say in passing but don't give much thought to. I ain't exactly swimming in free time, you know. Being a bracer's busy work. I'd like to go, sure, but I've got no idea if I'll actually have the time to do it. I've been looking forward to you coming ever since. Okay, let me think. Maybe at the end of the month. That should be okay, right? I think that Friday's free. Think. Really? Is that a promise? Yeah, I guess. And you have now committed yourself to something that you can't commit yourself to. Tita took out a small notebook and started scribbling in it. I'm not gonna forget this. No, don't you remember? So what kind of dishes do you like? Any other set of groceries I can shove down my neck is fine by me. Nothing special at all. Well, I think I'd better leave them alone for now. I wouldn't want to get in their way. Oh my goodness. I don't necessarily completely disagree on interpreting that as a cradle robbing situation. Oh, Joshua. It's been a long time since I... What is you doing? What is she... Okay. It's been a long time since I last saw you. It's good to see you again too, Professor. Although speaking of last time, I heard there's a plan in motion to put the Liberl Ark from... pull up the Liberl Ark from the gate of the lake and investigate it. You're right, it will be carried out in conjunction with the Royal Army. That's not to say it'll be easy, of course. The Liberl Lake's fairly deep, so we can't start hauling up bits of the city all willy-nilly. So intending to work on making a map of the lake, Lake Spotham using sonar first. Actually, there's a fair question. How did, the Liberl Ark, because the Liberl Ark was not fucking small, how did falling into the lake affect, like, the, lake's level? It didn't, like, cause any floodings on coastal towns, did it? Or anything like that? Because I can imagine that's a lot of mass to put in the lake. I guess it could use an outlet into the ocean, all things considered, so... Yeah, maybe that's really what would end up happening. It would minimize it considerably. Which is going to take quite some time as it is. Okay. Excuse me. Have I given you some food already? Is that why you're doing that? No. You have not given me food. Oh, I wish it hadn't collapsed all of a sudden like that to begin with. If I just had one more hour, I could take and research sample too. Ah, well, there's no point in lamenting what you can't do anything about. I just have to make do with what I've got. Sure. Makes you happy? Ah, you two are here. Great to make it, Richard. Thanks to Brigadier General Wright's generosity, yes. I've received an official pardon from Her Majesty for my actions. Probably for foiling the society stack and grand sale, right? That's good news. I'm happy for you. I wish I could say the same, but I don't feel as though I deserve to be pardoned at all. Now that the nation is at peace, I feel this is the time I should be facing up to my crimes, not having them swept under the rug. I can't say I don't understand, but still. Please, Joshua, you needn't look so concerned. I have no intention of refusing Her Majesty's kindness or going against her will. I merely feel a strong desire to settle things within myself, and I fully intend on following through. That is all. Alright then. Thanks, Brigadier General. Okay. Right, so basically you're gonna go off and try to do great old thing. You should be in jail, you fucking... Oh, I wasn't expecting to find you here, unfortunately. Still, thank you so much for your support during the attack in Grand Sale. It really did help us all. Oh, please, I only did what I did because it was one of His Excellency's bail conditions. Make no mistake, I wouldn't have helped any of you worthless dregs otherwise. You wouldn't think it would be so hard to accept a thank you. I presume your business here is finished. Then kindly be gone. You'll get in His Excellency's way if he, Excellency's way standing around here. Wow. Wow. Oh, the mayor table. Ah, it's finally over. It just goes to show that if we endure the you fucking waitresses! Come on! The Fialis will eventually extend her hand of salvation to us all. Do I need to, like, stand up against the table just to talk to people? That's reassuring to know. Poor Mr. Murdoch. What do you want? You tell me to drink, sir. We have plenty available. Alcoholic or... Yeah, give me some fucking beer. I'll throw it at Estelle and see what happens. Oh, Joshua. It's been quite some time since I last saw you. I barely remember you exist. It has. I didn't know you were here, Mayor Claus. The mayors of each of the barrel cities and towns were invited, Emily. I'm not sure why I was when I didn't do all that much to contribute to anything, but I decided to attend nonetheless. That's not true at all. I hear the food supplies that were delivered to Bosane Grand Sale were done so in your orders. That was particularly well received here, and we all know how dire things were here at the time. You've got as much right to be thanked for your efforts as anyone else. It was. Well, that's certainly a relief to hear. Thank you very much for letting me know, Joshua. Okay. You didn't know that? Greetings, Joshua. I'd like to take this chance to thank you again for all your team did to thwart Ouroboros' scheme and return the barrel to peace. Your debt of gratitude we owe is beyond measure. Please, you're exaggerating, sir. We might have been the one to enter the bear arc. We wouldn't have had a chance of success if we were on our own. It's only because of you, Richard Kurt, and the others fighting in the ground that we were able to succeed. We can certainly say the same of you, though. Although it is true that none of us could have brought about peace alone. Still, I've been wanting the chance to thank you personally for all you did. The faith we had in you to see your work through to the end was just what we needed to fight. That's good. This is some party. I am the portraitless mayor. I'm the only one to... I don't think you'll find a banquet with a guest list quite like this one anywhere. It used to be a businessman, so I've seen my fair share of occasions like this. I've never been to any with this many famous people in attendance. True enough. Oh, you needn't worry about us. The academy suffered no major damage as a result of what happened. Certainly was a shock to the students, but they're all back to the usual cheery selves now. I heard the academies are actually occupied by armed assailants at one point. Imagine if you did do that side quest and you came here and you heard about that and it's like, wait, what? I was ever so worried when I first heard the news. Man. It's a pleasure to see you again, Joshua. You too, Leela. Have you been well? I have, thank you. Although I wish I could say the same for the mayor. She collapsed from overworking herself the other day. As such, I have no choice but to force her to take some time off work. Not bad. I'm afraid so. She's finally able to rest and recover enough to my satisfaction, thankfully, so she's returned to her duties. I assure you that she's in good hands. You're the real one. Left unattended, Mayor Mabel would likely work herself in the grave, so it falls to me to make sure she rests when necessary. I'm determined to make sure she takes a good long rest, where things have settled down enough in Bose. I assure you that she's in good hands. Here's open. Assume. I've only been lending a hand with the restoration efforts in order, in addition to what all you did on the Bear Arc. You got my thanks. You're quite welcome, sir. I wasn't expecting you to thank me. Only something happened. The Racer Guild has helped us in a number of ways recently. You got my thanks. did seem to change quite a bit. Oh. Oh, I hope this isn't gonna make the plot go forward. Ah, Joshua. I'm surprised to see you here, Dad. I thought you said over the phone you wouldn't be able to attend because you were so swamped. Well, the thing is that I'm not actually Cassius. I'm actually a duplicate sent here to spy on it, right? Oh, swamped is an understatement. Transporting goods needed to get the country back in order, making sure every area has the utility it needs. I'm drowning in work. It's going to take a while longer before we can say the bell's back to normal too, I fear. Come to think of it. Stella and I certainly didn't expect to find soldiers even in Liberl's smaller village, so it throws us off to see as much while we were helping out where we could. It doesn't come as a surprise if you're the one responsible, though. It should go a long way towards helping the people feel at ease. It's time like these when we've got to do all we can for one another, and the arm is no different. With the Arabonian Calvert's internal political situations a mystery to us, the reorganization of the army has had to be shelved for now, too. Still, no matter how busy a man is, everyone needs to be kick back in a while. So, make sure you make the most of tonight, Joshua. I think you need to kick back more than I do, Dan. Estelle's been pretty worried about you, you know. There's no need to worry about me. I'm hanging in there. In fact, I'm saying I'm taking it too easy. Yes, just like usual. Just like usual. Don't you worry about me. In fact, I'm taking it easy about passing along the tough jobs to you guys. That sounds like something that actually might be happening rather than him joking. Right. I forgot with Tita and Agate. It went to this other, like, dialogues, cinematic screen, too. To look comfortable. Oh, if it isn't Joshua, as you two are drinking, who's the third drink for, I wonder? Here to join us for a few drinks? Don't be shy now. The night is only just beginning. But I want to see those exquisite amber eyes of yours swim before it comes to a close. I'm good, thank you. Oh, come on. We're at a celebratory banquet here. Don't be such a spoilsport. Oh, I know. Why don't we have a few drinks to celebrate you becoming senior bracer at the same time? It feels like it was ages ago. We never did get to celebrate your promotion. Only Estelle's. Say, Shara, about Luciola. Silly Joshua. What are you getting all worried about her for? You really needn't be. Sham is right. Especially not now. We have our concerns. We all have our concerns and worries after what happened over the past few weeks and months. This is not the time to be thinking about them. This is time to be making merry and drowning in fine drink. From sunset to sunrise. Right. So, from sunrise to sunset, do you sleep? I don't think there's ever a time for not making merry as far as you're concerned. He's got a point, though. Oh, and while I've got the chance to say this to you, no more going off on your own, you hear? I have no idea how worried Estelle was about you after you last disappeared. I could barely bring myself to watch her. I won't. I've got no intention of doing anything like that again. I'm fine now. Well, if you say so. That expression of yours is so adorable, Joshua. Ooh, don't go showing off that face too much tonight, alright? What? What are you gonna do? Olivier, it's okay if you're here in the barrel. I would have thought you'd need to be back in the Empire. And I will go back eventually. But now, however, I intend to savor the lingering feelings of this whirlwind for a ride. Remaining behind afforded me the chance to attend this wonderful party to boot. As you can see, my fine instincts have yet to fail me. Which is the real important part. Feels like no amount of alcohol is enough to get me drunk lately. I don't know what's up with me. I wonder fucking why. On the positive side, though, maybe now I can actually beat Ina in a drinking contest. Trust her to find a positive in that. Oh, that's sad. It's nice to be able to attend a banquet like this. What did you do? It truly drives home the point that this nation's back at peace again. The chapter regarding the Ark and subsequent restoration efforts have really shown me anew how capable a ruler Queen Alicia is. She's handled all that's happened impeccably. If all this had happened to the Republic, I wouldn't have been resolved anywhere near smoothly, let me tell you. Well, that's definitely something that they really make clear about the Republic. That it's a democracy, and it's inefficient! Oh, how's it going, Joshua? Hello, Zen. Thanks again for all the help you've been giving with the restoration efforts. I don't know what we would have done without you. You think nothing of it. It's all part of being a bracer, really. Can't say how much longer I'll be able to lend a helping hand, though. Gotta back up and head back home at some point. The political situation isn't exactly stable over there, you see. Is it now? What's that? Why Kilika wasn't able to make it then? Yeah, the guild receptionists are basically chained to their seats at the moment. Although, to be honest, I can't picture her getting all dressed up and coming to a party like this anyway. It says no one changed from their normal clothes except Chloe. Whatever, man. Miss Maid, I need some food. Kevin, I wasn't expecting you to still be in Liberl. Oh, so you invited too, huh? Makes sense. So, having fun. You better be. Take it from me. If you don't make most of times like these and eat your heart out, you're gonna regret it later. You're not here to, like, kill someone or take an artifact, are you? Thank you very much for all you did for me, Kevin. If you hadn't come to Liberl when you did, don't sweat it. Not like I did anything special. Glad to see all the side effects look about gone, too. You're looking spiffy these days, Joshua. Ah, right. He helped with that. I forgot about that. So, yeah, just forget about it on me or whatever. It's all in the past now. I'm not sure if I should ask this, but are you... Joshua? I'm not going to be in Liberl for much longer. So this might be the last time we meet for a while. But I hope we get the chance to see each other again one day. Yeah, I hope so too. You think he's getting a feeling that Kevin's like him, but for the church? Or like an enforcer, but for the church? Damn, the sirloin steak's got a little piece of heaven. Damn, the sirloin steak's like a little piece of heaven in my mouth. I sure wish I could take a lifetime supply of it back home with me. Oh, I should go buy steak. I should go buy steak and eat it tonight. God damn it, you made me want to buy steak. I wasn't going to buy steak this week. No, I still shouldn't. God damn it. Hey, Joshua. I didn't expect to see you guys here. You were invited then. No, we weren't invited. We just came in through the front door and they let us in. Sure was. An invitation just showed up out of nowhere. You can imagine our surprise when we saw the thing. No way we were turning down some high-class grub, though, so we hurried on over. That's so very like you. I can deny it. That aside, thanks to Her Majesty pardoning us, we're now free to walk around in the open. Feels like we should start thinking about how to make a good, honest living for ourselves. It's not the first time I've heard you say that. Something about wanting to start up a courier service, right? Well, maybe. That's not the only thing we could try out. Whatever we settle on, it should involve flying the skies. That's how we've lived so far. I don't want to change that now. Okay. You're not gonna hear me say no. All the complicated financial stuff goes right over my head, so just don't count on me there. It might even be right up Josette's alley. Really. You're really not a very smart person, are you, Don? Still, the best thing about starting up a company is that we'll be able to employ all the guys who worked under us while we were in the Sky Bandit business. I mean, I ain't saying it's gonna be easy, but we don't have any funding, and we don't even know if we'll be able to be profitable once we get things up and running. I wonder if you're flexible. Like, do you charge premium prices or shit like that? I wonder. I feel like I want to stay away from that whole situation until the very end. It just feels like that's asking for trouble. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for making the time to attend tonight's banquet. Oh, not at all. How are you feeling now after having some time to recover, Philip? I'm feeling quite well. You're too kind. I do believe I may have overstated myself. That's how things are once you've reached a certain age. I find myself wondering whether I have been able to do more if I were 30 years younger, but I suppose there's little point in doing so. I wonder if he looked 30 years ago. What did he look like 30 years ago? Nope, sorry, Philip. I just can't picture it. About exactly the same, but with the hair being gray instead of white. Duke has been much more positive, forward-thinking man as of late, since that day. The fact alone makes me feel all I did feel worthwhile. It feels like a huge weight's been lifted from my shoulders watching him now. Yeah, he does seem to have had a new lease on life. Just the man. Pardon? Oh my goodness, it's me. Is this the boy you were speaking of earlier? He's a Erebonian. That's correct. This is Joshua. I was just telling the ambassador here about your various accomplishments, Joshua. It was an honor to finally meet you. Yes, we have never met before. And we never went... Has all the times we went into the embassy been when Joshua wasn't in the party? I feel like we... Maybe, I guess. I'm the resident Erebonian ambassador here in Liberl, Devil Krenog. It's nice to meet you. Tell of how you flew on top of that flying city all while knowing it may be the last thing you did brought tears to my eyes. How you were able to participate in an operation that may have brought your death, casting aside even your girlfriend's objections, I don't know. I do know this, Liberl needs more young men and women like you. Thank you for saying so, sir. Just what has the tooth been telling him? But all was well that ended well. For the miraculous chance the two were able to reunite. Are you gonna write like a bestseller or something based on the story you're making up? It should go without saying how touched I am to see such spirit-filled use of today. You're truly Bear's greatest treasure. Right. Should we mention how he's Erebonian, technically? And he can be like, well, the Bear owes all its greatest treasures to Erebonia, doesn't it? If it isn't Joshua, I was just discussing the aftermath of the crisis here with Major Vander. Fortunately, the Bear Ark's collapse caused little direct damage by itself. Might not have been the case if there had been any ships on that lake at the time, but due in part to the orbital shutdown phenomenon, none were. The tsunami afterwards was quite small, too. I'd say we were rather fortunate. Really? If anything, I would imagine there would have been ships on the water, because they would have been stuck out there. Maybe... Especially the bigger ships. They seem like they'd be the sort of ships that would be very hard to move, period, at that point. Estelle and I were able to see as much when we traveled around the lakeshore. A few people were watching the city collapse, were caught up in it, and a small number of fishermen were splashed with water, but that's about it. Yes, just the fishermen. Indeed, if anything, the much greater problem was the confusion that came about as a result of losing orbital power. The Barrel is, after all, one of the most advanced nations in the continent when it comes to orbital technology. Ordinarily, that is one of our greatest strengths, but in this case, it worked against us. The crisis is now past, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of. Right. The confusion created an Erebonian southern edge. As a result of the orbital shutdown phenomenon, calmed itself down rather quickly. But over in Erebonia, no more is being reported about that city, than it was a mysterious floating object. Either the central government is still in confusion, and that's why it isn't releasing more information, or it wanted to keep it under wraps. The Bear's abundance of orbital technology ended up working against it this time, regrettably. The crisis is now past, but doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to be taken care of. Very true. Hello, Joshua. Tonight's party is hosted by Her Majesty in all her grace. Would you like a maid uniform? I hope you do enjoy yourself. Oh. You're always welcome back in the castle anytime. I'll be more than happy to get you dolled up for the occasion, too. I'm never wearing a maid outfit again, just so you know. Oh, you're always welcome to the castle, Joshua. Oh, he needs to wear a maid outfit one more time. Now that everything's back to normal, it feels like everything that happened was some sort of dream. I'm certainly rather believe it was. Seeing the castle gates fall and the scary people charging through was like a nightmare. I thought I was going to fade at the sight of it all. Right. Good morning, good evening, Your Majesty. Thank you so much for inviting me today. Oh, not at all. I'm pleased you've come. I've been eagerly awaiting the day we can meet again. Are you going to stop and traveling, helping with the restoration efforts? That's correct. We both want to see how things were across the kingdom with our own eyes. I'm glad we did too, because now I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. People really are strong. Yes, they are. I've been a queen for only 40 years, and the strength of Bell citizens continues to amaze me to this day. There are plenty who like to credit either my abilities as a ruler or orbital technology for this tiny nation's good fortune, but we'd be nothing without its people. You can say the same for any nation. I wasn't the one who allowed us to overcome the recent crisis of the war 10 years ago. Neither was orbital technology. No, I believe it's the will of the people to live. That's what I believe supports our country both then and now. People's will to live. Indeed. You are gracious enough to call this country your second home, Joshua. From now on, your will to live will be another great support for this nation. And as its queen, that makes you happier than you can imagine. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. Your words mean a lot to me. If you would, Your Highness, a comment in celebration of the fact that the crisis is past now. Just nothing too formal, alright? I prefer something that brings out your bright and cheery nature. What? You'd like me to give a comment? Well, let's see. Looks like she's being interviewed at the moment. I should leave her be for now. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, boy. It's good to see you again, Elnan. I heard you're here as the Bracer Guild's representative today. Is that true? Indeed, all the other receptionists are busy, you see, and I was the only one able to attend. That's too bad. Isn't it, though? That would have been a fine time for us to exchange information. But oh well, there's always tomorrow, as they say. Apparently. Greetings, Joshua. You've done some fine work these past couple of weeks. The damage reports on the regions of the Bell that you've been providing have proved invaluable in allocating personnel. I can't really thank you enough. Oh, you needn't thank me. By the way, Kurt, I feel like I need to say something regarding my Bracer Bench. As you probably already know, what power I have was given to me by the Society. Before becoming a Bracer, I used to commit many unforgivable crimes too. No matter how much I think about it, I just can't see how someone like me is fit to call himself a Bracer. You know, Joshua, I've always seen power as an imperfect concept, and that's why I believe people are able to use it. Am I wrong? No, I suppose not. Then what difference is there between us? We're both keenly aware of our flaws, and yet we both use what limited power we have to do what we believe to be right. I see no difference. Well, I can't really argue that logic. I still can't pretend to be completely confident in myself, though. Be that as it may, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Just simply continue striving to overcome it. And while this may be my personal opinion, I'd say you're a model Bracer. At least now you are. Wow, I didn't know just that was from nobility. I always pictured Erebony nobles as being real stuffy and scary. But maybe there are a few cute ones mixed up in there. No, don't you dare say she's cute. Don't you dare. Oh, okay. Wow, great. After all the work we've been doing lately, it's great to come to a swanky place like this and just put our feet on. The food's pretty good too. I swear it's like watching two children squabble. It's great that we're peaceful again and all, but I think these two are taking things a little too easy. Could you two stop fighting? No. Figured that'd be the case. Looks like I'm the most fit to be able to be at this party after all. Because I've been to plenty of high society gatherings wearing poofy dresses, and you're not wearing one right now. Do you even own one right now? Hey, don't make it sound like I've never worn a dress before. Because I have, for your information, a maid dress. It was when I, went into this castle and went undercover. I just need to go around trying to convince everyone I'm not a boy, unlike some people who I could name. Oh, just try saying I look like a boy again and see what happens. Look, you two, I appreciate that you have your differences, but we're kind of in a really public, really high-class place here, so could you take this fight somewhere else? Shut up, Joshua! Wow, sorry. Is that a no? Damn right I can. You're on. Don't cry when you realize you can't actually beat me, though. Okay then, have it your way. How about you settle this with an honorable duel? You think you can handle it? I think Estelle would win pretty easily. Oh, okay. Okay, I think that's about everyone now. There are only a few people I didn't get to talk to, though, so hopefully another round of the party later once it's free. Chloe wasn't available, right? Now she should be. Oh, here we go. Come on, Dorothy, we're talking to the military guys next. Then move on, woman, we haven't got all day. I don't feel too good. No. I don't feel too good, Mr. Stark. My stomach feels like a giant bottle of water. That's what happens when you drink way too much in a short period of time, you idiot. I don't feel too good, Mr. Neal. Never mind that. I actually skipped that by accident. Okay. Let's go. I'm guessing. Let's go do stuff with the pictures and stuff. And she... Oh, God. She just faded away. Oh, my goodness. That joke is now way too real. Way too real. Way too real. Way too real. I don't feel too good, Mr. Neal. Hey, Chloe, finally got a bit of a break. Must be exhausting having to do one interview after another. Well, I suppose it is a little. Not too bad, though. I've had a lot more of them ever since becoming Crown Princess, so I'm starting to get used to them. I can believe it. It feels like I've been seeing your face in all kinds of papers and magazines lately. I think anyone would learn to adjust after a while. Well, you know, it probably won't be too long before it starts to die down, so just hang in there. All you can really do is grin and bear it until then, unfortunately. Yes, I know. That's exactly what I intend to do, too. I swore to myself that I would do all I can to help and protect these country's people. Accepting a few interviews here and there is the easy part. Well, if you say so. Oh, you really are strong. I'm not so sure about that. I still feel as though I'm doubting myself a lot of the time. Like I feel like I have to go out of my comfort zone, feeling reckless with every push. Maybe so. Still doesn't change the fact that you're strong, not at me anyway. I remember the strength you showed trying to pick Clem when we first met too. Thank you. This feels particularly awkward as a conversation. Josh was just like, oh, aren't you great? You're such a great person. I nearly forgot about that. Maybe now would be this time after all. Is something on your mind, Chloe? Could I have a little of your time, Joshua? I've got something I want to say to you. Are you gonna confess and expect him to turn you down because obvious reasons he would? Just so you can get it off your chest? Sure, okay. This way, then. Huh. Okay. It's just me, or does she seem kind of bothered by something? Where's the stuff right now, anyways? Oh, is this the honorable duel? I got stomach sister. Oh, she's picking up her pace. It could get interesting. Whose side are you on anyway? Well, you're going fucking down, you stupid tomboy. I guess I can just leave her as she is for now. She seems pretty occupied. I should go and see what Chloe wants then. I've done something to, have I done something to make her angry though? I don't feel like I have. Oh, right, there wasn't anyone of you. So, Chloe, what was it that you wanted to tell me? Look, if I've done something to offend you, I'm sorry, alright? I love you, Joshua. What? Well, I'm sorry. I'm happy you feel that way, but don't worry, I knew exactly how you're going to respond before I said anything. I just felt like I had to get that out of the way before I could really start moving on. The sky sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it? How long have you felt that way? Say, Joshua, if you had met me before Estelle, do you think you would have been, well... No. I'm pretty sure that never would have happened. Sorry. I told you, don't worry. I guess now there's a part of me that wants to keep you all to myself. But even if that were possible, I don't think it would be what I truly wanted. Well, this explains a bit of the reaction when they first saw each other. Like, weirdly, like, romantic tension. Because when it comes down to it, I really love both of you and Estelle. That's partly why I want to see that troubled face of yours one last time. It's worth the effort to bring out, too. That was probably the best expression I've seen to date. You can be a bully sometimes, you know that? Maybe. This feels like the most fun I've had in some time. Chloe. So... what's on your mind, Joshua? Wait, what? I can easily tell you're worried about something. My instincts are quite sharp, or so I'd like to believe. Besides, I was watching you the whole time while I was handling the interview earlier. Oh. How exactly am I supposed to take that? Wow, this is awkward. There's a lot of awkward things in this lately. Still, you're hiding something, aren't you? Are you planning on doing something all on your own again? Your instincts sure are sharp, alright. It still surprises me from time to time, too, but you're definitely up there. Well, that's just how us girls are. So, come on, tell me what's troubling you. It's nothing that major, really. I intend to leave Liberl by the end of the month. But why? This country finally at peace now. That's exactly why I think this is the right time. Orbo seems to have completely withdrawn from the country, and the restoration efforts are coming along smoothly. So maybe it's about time for me to leave on a journey of my own. It's taken me a long time to get this far. But I've finally been able to start thinking of myself as a person, and not some kind of broken doll. I was finally able to achieve the very thing everyone wanted from me. That's been both a good thing and a bad thing. Good in that I finally feel human. Bad in that my heart's been aching in a way it never did before. Broken down ones can easily look away from all the terrible things they've done. But I can't do that anymore. Oh. That's why I need to go on this journey around the continent. So I can work towards atoning for all that I've done. So I can start embracing the person I am now, in the truest sense of the word. I see. But if you do that, won't that mean you won't be able to see Estelle for a while? Yeah, I know. Might not even be a while. It could be a long time. So yeah, she's definitely gonna be like, yeah, I'm coming with. I'm still not sure how to break that to her either. That's the part that's on my mind right now. You still got a lot of growing up to do, young man. If you ask me, you should just tell her in a way that comes most naturally to you. You don't have to write her some big speech in her head in advance. Speak to her from your heart. You believe in her, don't you? No matter how you phrase it, she'll understand. All you have to do is get those words out there. We owe that much to her. You owe that much to her if you really love her. You know that, right? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I really am hopeless, aren't I? You shouldn't have to tell me something that obvious. You wouldn't be you if I didn't have to tell you. Plus, that kind of thing's part of why I love you, too. Awkward. Please. Please stop teasing me. Just remember, it'll be okay. If anyone knows you, it's Estelle. Although if you ask me, she'll... Joshua! Where are you? You fucking here? Oh, there you are. I fucking wanted you, said Tomboy. Look at these, they're Joe sets goggles. Is that why she's wearing the fucking visor now? Because she lost her goggles. I took them from her as spoils of war. Oh my goodness. If you... You know what? I'd almost be disappointed if she's not, like, wearing those goggles on a regular basis. At least from what I've seen of the artwork of this game, her outfit doesn't change, though, so meh. I'm glad you're having fun, Estelle. Make sure you give those back to Gisette later, okay? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Tune in next week's issue to find out. I want her to wear those goggles. It would just be the funniest. Even if it's not, like, as goggles, but it's, like, I don't know, an armband or something like that. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Chloe? I suppose it's about time I return to the banquet now. You can have Joshua back now, Estelle. Sure. Hey, Chloe. So, I'm not sure how to best put this either. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to talk to you like this. Really. I am. Oh. You're very welcome. Well then, I wish you both a pleasant night. What? The heck? So Joshua, what did you two, talk about? Oh, nothing much. She just gave me a bit of much-needed motivation. Oh, really? That sure clears things up. It's been 5 years, and Stella has believed in me for every single one. Except on the romantic side. She's totally being insecure right now. And I believe in her too. No, it doesn't matter what motivation! Estelle, I got something I need to tell you. You're not gonna go off with her, are you? I'm all ears. What's up? Oh, she calmed down. Well, you see. Oh, fireworks? Huh? Wow! Fireworks, they're so pretty! So many of them, too. You see, still. And so she was like, yep. And so she was like, yeah, I'm coming along. And then they went along, and so goes to the ending to the second chapter where they went off together. So, like, I get that these are in here, but it's going to be sort of disappointing if they really have no connection to the story whatsoever. And they're just here because reasons. It doesn't feel like there's any. I guess it just sort of feels like it would be lazy, in a sense. Maybe that's just me, but yeah.